Hello student, back again with me, Miss Vani. Today we're going to continue our lesson for the Unit 2, the life cycle of flowering plants. We will continue to the subtopic 2.4 about the parts of flower. In this subtopic, you will learn about parts of flower and the function for the reproduction. Let's have a look. So the first of flower, there are female parts. This is the female parts and also the male part. And also there is the petal and sepal. Each of these parts of flower, it has their own function. Like the first one is the stigma. Stigma is the female parts of flower that will receive pollen at pollination here. So it's like a small hole on the top of the tube. The next one, there is carpel. Carpel is contain tiny egg inside an ovary. So when the carpel goes up and then the tip here, the tip is called stigma. Before that we discussed. The next one is the ovary. It's female part also that contains the egg. Ovary, eggs. It's circle, like round like egg. And the next one, there is anther. Anther is the male part of the flower. It's the tip of the stamen. This is the stamen. And the stamen is the male part of flower. The stamen has a job to make a powder they call pollen. The pollen is stored in a box here inside the anther. Next, the petal is part of the flower that colored brightly. It has a job to attract insects to the flower. The next one is the little green leaf, call it sepal. Sepal has a job to protect the flower bud. So before the flower blooms, it was bud, and the bud is protected by these little green leaves that called sepal. So after blooms, the petals will grow, and it has bright color to attract the insect or other animals. Now, do you still remember what we learned? Let's check again. This is different pictures. Can you check this one? The first one, yes, is a stigma. It is the tip of the female parts of the flower that will receive pollen when pollination. Next, there is carpel. The carpel will protecting the ovary, and on top, the tip is called a stigma. Next one, there's ovary. Ovary will contains the eggs. This is also the female part. So stigma, carpel, and ovary, they are female parts. The next one we have anther. Anther is the box here that contains pollen. Stamen is the male part that produce pollen. So stamen and anther, they are the male parts of the flower. The next one we have petals. It often brightly colored, and it has a job to attract the insects. The next one, the green small green leaves here. This is called sepals to protect the flower bud before it's bloom. So what you have learned, there are four main parts of the flowers. Petals that often brightly colored to attract insects. We also learn sepals. It's the part of the flower that protect the flower buds. The color usually green. And we have the male parts of the flower, stamens to make pollens, And the last is the female part of the flower, carpel, that contains egg. Thank you for joining this lesson. Hope you enjoy it. See you again next time.